Hi, this is The Shine Show, India's number one car detailing podcast. I'm Ichita, your host, and with me I have Mr. Sarin Pillai, who is sales head India and neighboring countries, Rupes. Welcome, Mr. Pillai.
Thank you, madam.
So it's a pleasure to have you here.
Yeah.
And I would want you to discuss that technicality. First of all, what are all the products that Rupes is into?
See, before getting into that, I will tell about Rupes. Rupes is basically an Italian company. We started in 1947, so it is now 75 plus years we are in the market. Predominantly, we were manufacturing the tools, basically for the surface preparation, like the sanding tools and polishing tools. But now it is a complete system, and we sell what we manufacture. So the polishing machine, the compounds, pads, and it's a complete system we sell. And it's a well-known name in the car detailing industry, and of course in the car body shop industry also. So I was telling Rupes is in car detailing, what we do is that we provide the surface finish that you require before putting a protection. It can be a ceramic coating or a PPF. So we are into the paint correction technology, like making the surface as clear as possible with the gloss level you require before you put a protection layer.
Okay.
We are not into the protection. We have some products, but we are not into the core business like most of the detailers promote, like the ceramic coating or PPF. But we remain as a subject matter expert in the paint preparation system, the polishing system.
Okay. So you have orbiters also?
We have the rotary polishing system. Then we also have the dual action polishing system. And then we have the gear driven also. But Rupes is known for the random orbital polishing system.
Yes.
That is one of the innovation that we brought to this industry in 2010.
Okay.
So Rupes identified that when it's a large orbit, when I say it is more than 10 mm, there were polishers, even Rupes had polishers that were less than 10 mm orbit. So when it is more than 10 mm, like 12 mm, 15 mm, and 21 mm, we can see a drastic improvement in the quality of finish that we obtain from polishing.
Okay.
So this was understood by Rupes, and we introduced in 2010 two polishers, that is the LHR 21 and 15. We call it Mark 1, or now also we sell the products. It's a legendary model. So in 2010, now we are in 2025. So it's a 15-year-old model. Still we are selling in the market, and in good numbers we are selling.
So what is the difference for a layman if we want to explain it to someone? 21 mm and 15 mm, if there are two orbits.
Yeah.
So what would be the difference in the finish if we have these kind of machines?
So for a layman to understand, I will explain, I will connect the random orbital polishing to the solar system.
Okay.
Like we have day and night. We know why it is, because the earth rotating, yes, and that is kind of a spin, we can say. And but earth also is having its own revolution, right? I mean, it revolves around.
Yeah.
So there are two motions. One is a spin, and then another one is a forced rotation. So these in a random orbital system, you have a forced orbital motion, and then there is a free spin.
Okay.
Free rotary polishing machine.
Okay.
So from the axis of the motor, we keep a offset. That is this 15 or 21 mm.
Okay.
So it is a complex system. But because when we have an offset from the motor axis, there will be vibrations. So we need to handle it carefully by having the counterbalance within the machine. So Rupes makes sure that it is a vibration-free machine, very less vibrations. And then it gives, because of these two motions, what happens is that the swirl marks or holograms is something, it's a byproduct that you see in the rotary polishing. This need to be avoided, because otherwise a detailer have to put effort. He have to do multiple steps to correct it. In random orbital polishing system, you get a swirl-free finish in the one step.
Okay, so this is the same thing as a DA polisher, dual action polisher.
So it's a dual action polisher only.
Yes, it's a dual action
dual
polisher.
action polisher only.
Okay, so if I tell it like really non-technically, that means the machine is rotating on its axis.
Yes.
And then it's revolving also. So that it forms an equation of a like this and like this.
Yeah, it is basically something like this. This pattern, this kind of a pattern it comes.
8 kind of a pattern.
It basically mimics the hand polishing method. You might have seen people waxing the car.
Yeah.
So you will get it basically mimics
the smaller
hand
circle
polishing.
And the bigger circle equally at the same time.
Same time.
Okay. So and how does it then, again coming back to my question, in 15 mm area and 21 mm area, does 21 mm machine help eradicate holograms and swirl marks better, or 15 mm?
See, both are equally good in this, 15 and 21. Only difference is that when it is a 21 mm, the area of work, the area where you can get the things done is much more little larger.
Okay, so it's a faster process.
It's a faster process, but again, the 15 mm machine, what we have is having a higher RPM.
Okay.
So it basically compensates. You get so both have different purpose. The 21 mm will be good for a larger area, larger panel like a bonnet, and bigger panel like a door and all. But 15 mm, which basically have a 5-inch backing plate, and you can put a 6-inch foam pad on that. Whereas in a 21 mm, it is basically having a 6-inch backing plate and a 7-inch foam pad you can place on that.
Okay.
So 15 mm machine is more versatile because it's a 5-inch machine. So you can use it on multiple surface areas.
Okay. So was this invented by Rupes?
Yeah. See, it is Rupes who introduced there were polishers that were we can say smaller bit, less than 10 mm. Even Rupes had several models, but it is Rupes who introduced 15 and 21. And Rupes is a company who identified that if we have a larger bit polish, we can eliminate swirl marks. That was an issue faced by all detailers when it was rotary polishing.
So if I'm using this machine, the random orbital, so I don't need to use rotary. I can do cutting as well with it. Yeah.
So what happens is that there was the earlier generation of tools, which I was telling, the smaller bit tools, had a problem that it was not so capable of removing the imperfections like the scratches and other things. But Rupes have the machines are very much capable. The torque is there, so it can cut and it can give it can polish to the extreme level of gloss what you can get in the system. So the system is capable of doing whatever you get it from a rotary polishing system.
So when we are talking from the perspective of a technician, so if he's using any other DA or random orbital available in the market, and versus he's using a Rupes, what is the experience level that you feel would be there a difference? Would there be a difference, and what kind of a difference would there be?
See, there are several differences when we are in the market. People often say that why Rupes polishers are not coming at a cheaper price, because it is engineered in a different way. So when you use a Rupes polisher, you will understand the differentiation. There is no vibration at all. The torque level is so good that you can completely avoid a rotary polishing system. And it is a complete system. Like there is a separate pad, separate compound, and when you combine it with the machine, you'll get the perfect cutting what you require. Okay, so
now we are talking about Rupes is making cutting pads and polishing pads as well.
Yeah, we make a complete system.
Complete paint preparation system before application of ceramic and PPF.
Yeah.
Okay, so in that case, if I have to cut, I'll be using a high cutting pad and high cutting compound along with the machine.
Yeah.
If I need to polish it, I may be choosing either medium cutting compound and medium cutting pad, or maybe the polishing pad and the polish.
Yeah, definitely.
That's going to be the combination for it.
Yeah.
Okay. So, and I'm definitely expecting a better result with Rupes than any other machine.
Yeah, so here you need to understand several other things that not to offend any competition. If you only see 15 and 21 polishes here, and all are copies of Rupes, and I cannot find any good copy. Definitely when it comes to the machine, because if I say it one way, our machines are so energy efficient. The 15 and 21 machines what we have is only 500 watt machines. So
Okay.
it basically takes only 500 watt. What all other competition is having, it is 1000 watt machine.
Okay.
So this exactly means that the detailers generally go for the price of the polisher. But they also need to understand that the electricity bill, the power bill that they pay every month, when it is double the input watt, they have to pay double the electricity charges.
Yeah. How easy is it to maintain these machines, service and repair
Yeah.
for Rupes?
And this is one more important thing. Like Rupes machines now comes with a 3 to 5 year warranty.
Okay.
You get machines probably at around 40% cheaper than Rupes machines, but there is no warranty. Maybe 6 months or maximum up to 1 year. And this warranty really getting honored also? It is not so. But with Rupes machine, through our importers and through the distributors in each city, we ensure that when a machine is having complaint, it is taken to the service center and we repair it at our cost and give back to the customer.
Okay. So do you have a training program also for the technicians?
We also have training centers in different part of the country. For example, in India, we have 4 training centers. One we have in Noida, and then another one we have in Bangalore, then in Chennai, and we also have one in Calicut, in
Okay.
Kerala.
Okay. So 3 of them in South, 1 of them in North.
One of them, and I also handle Sri Lanka. So we have a big facility in Colombo,
Okay.
where we train detailers, and some of them even migrate to countries like Australia.
Oh,
So
okay.
because
okay.
in Colombo, the government certified our training center for conducting trainings where we give certificates jointly through the government, and the people can and it is well recognized in countries like Australia, and some of them even migrate to rich countries worldwide.
Yeah, but the problem with these countries is that unlike India and Sri Lanka, where you have a lot of manpower,
Yeah.
there you hardly find any manpower. So you are restricted per car a day, or maybe 2-3 days with one car, depending upon the kind of work that it needs.
Yeah.
Yeah. So when we're talking about the training here, so you're saying the Rupes gives the entire paint correction training or just the machine handling training?
So what we do is that in our training centers, see, it is not only polishing system what we have. We also have sanding tools. We have sanders, dust extraction also. So we can even give training for the body shop activities. So basically see a trend now in South that the car detailing centers are also having a body shop as a part of it.
That's all over India.
All over India,
Yeah,
it is there.
it's a trend.
So most of the places, what they do is that they will have a body shop. So they have to use a sanding system also. So we also have sanders, dust extraction machines, and even the abrasives.
Okay.
So it's a complete system. So they can take a putty, filler, then using our sanding system, they can prepare it, and then they can paint it. And after painting, they require a polishing definitely. Then they can completely use our polishing system, which basically consists of our polishers, the compounds and pads. So it's in the training center, as you were asking me, that we can have training for the complete system. How good a sanding can be done. that can be also trained, and then we can also give training on the polishing system.
Out of the different polishing options that we have available in the market, which is chemical polishing, mechanical polishing, then electromagnetic polishing, which all systems is Rupes into?
We are basically into the polishing with a machine.
Oh, so that's mechanical polishing. You are basically
machine-aided polishing.
Okay,
yeah.
okay. And would you like to explain about your compounds a little?
See, with the compounds, we have a range of compounds, and the one we sell in India is predominantly the DA polishing system. See, it is specifically designed for the DA polishers. We have three mainly, but it is never a different three-step process. So, for example, when you are using our coarse compound, the cutting compound, you may get a equally good gloss level also. So you can stop there. There is no need to do the second and third steps. So generally, some of the competition I've seen that they will say 1, 2, 3, 4. It's a step-by-step process.
Yes.
So for us, in general, it can be a one-step process many times, or maybe maximum of a two-step process. Then the coarse compound can take care of, if I relate it to the sanding mass, it can take care of the 1500 grit sanding mass. It can take care of 1500 grit sanding mass. And then we have a fine one that basically take care of the lighter imperfections. The ultra fine one can be used on some dark shade scars, because as a detailer, like when we do polishing, certain colors become little haze.
Yes.
To remove that haziness, to get a ultra fine
that mirror finish we need, yes.
Then we have the third. We call it a pure. The compound is pure that you can use. Then
that's very, very mildly or absolutely not abrasive.
Not abrasive. And mild abrasives there.
Yeah.
All these products are mechanical products only. Why I'm saying is that there is no silicone, no fillers added in these products. So what you see is what you get. This is quite important. You get a true finish.
Okay.
You can also get a false finish from certain compounds. See, I've seen compounds that basically give a very high level of gloss, but when you use a IPA, everything will go off.
Yes.
So
that's because of the fillers that they have and silicone
in the products. So all this product, you do any kind of hard degreasing, you get the same finish obtained after polishing.
Okay.
So that is a good thing with the Rupes compounds. We don't do anything. We don't mix fillers, especially in the DA series of products. No intentional fillers are there.
Okay.
So we have DA coarse, DA fine, and pure.
Okay.
Also, we have identified a requirement in the Indian market, especially like people still use rotary, and they also used DA polisher. So it is little difficult for the detailer to have two different compounds for two different purposes. We also have a different set of rotary compounds. For that reason, we have a universal series which we call a Millet. Millet is a little long cycle compound, so that makes it efficient enough for rotary polishing also.
Okay.
And the Millet series, the Millet coarse and Millet fine compounds, that also is filler free and silicon free. So it also gives a true finish. And if you require it to have a ultra fine, as if some haze comes, then you can definitely use the pure.
For the mirror finish.
Yeah.
Finally.
So pure is one compound that is common for all systems.
Okay. So when you're saying that Millet is for the rotary.
It's a universal. So you can use it for the DA and
for the rotary as well. But it's you used one word, Abhi. It's a long life.
It's a long cycle. It's a long cycle. Yeah.
Okay. So when we are saying long cycle, what do you mean by that process?
See, if you need to in a rotary system, what exactly happens is that we are actually using a rotary polisher that will have more friction and more heat. Because it's working in the from the motor on through a direct axis. It is going to the pad. So the friction and heat is generally very high at a rotary polishing system. So in a compound, you need to have extra lubrication that will take care of this friction, and some cooling agent need to be there that will take care of the heat generated at the pad.
Okay.
And in many cases, what we need to do is that we need to actually move the polisher a little fast that the paint don't get burned. Yeah.
True.
So we need to actually use the polisher for a little longer time than what we'd use in a DA system.
Okay.
So that exactly is a long cycle. So throughout that cycle, throughout that time period, we need to actually operate the machine.
Okay.
The compound need to work. So, but in a DA system, it's a short cycle. So the compound is only required for the polishing. The additional requirement of lubrication and managing the heat doesn't exist, because the heat generated is within the level.
Okay.
So the compound is used only for polishing.
This was a very important point, that long cycle thing, which I wanted to emphasize on. Because बहुत सारे लोगों को नहीं पता है ये बात. We get a lot of cars when we get cars for detailing, and at many places paint is burned there. You know, and when we show it to the customers, they say it was never like this. It must have happened after washing here. You know, because that's something where you have just cut off the entire clear coat and you've reached the base. That's where the burning happens.
Understand?
So ये होता है. So what I want to know is, if a technician is if a car doesn't require much of the perfection, paint correction, that means that you are saying that a rotary can be absolutely eliminated, and simple a Rupes DA will do a perfect job.
See, even if it requires for a correction at a higher level, you can combine with different compounds, and it's a combination of pads and compounds that will ensure that you get the extreme level of cut also.
Okay.
We also have a extra cut compound which we call XC2.
Okay.
If you are not getting an adequate cut with our DA course or a Millet course, then you can use the XC2.
So would you be recommending it for the German cars majorly, where we have the paint correction is really difficult?
It's a hard clear. Hard clear. You can use XC2. Okay. Even our Millet course and DA course will work. But if you are finding little challenging, then you can directly use the XC2. Okay. Combined with in the pad also, we have foam pads, then we have microfiber pads, then we have the wool pads. So if you talk about the aggressiveness, microfiber is having the most aggressive, and then the wool, and then the foam pad. So you can either choose a combination. So what we tell detailers is that every car is unique. So you need to do a test spot, a 1 inch by 1 inch area you have to take on the car, on the bonnet, because that is the most abused area in a car. There you take a small portion and you use one compound, one pad, multiple combinations you used, and then you identify which is more convenient for the car. And then you use it, replicate it for the rest of the car.
And plus, I think it is more important to do a pre-inspection as well, in terms of the thickness, where the paint is higher, where the paint is lesser on the car. And then accordingly, my preference is always like choosing products according to the surface area that is available to work on.
Definitely.
So which I feel that people in India are hardly the micrometer and testing is a very, very taken for granted kind of an exercise here.
So what also I noticed is that generally in India, see, when I go for our international meetings, we have people coming from US and other parts of the world. So in US, the detailer, the owner is the detailer himself or herself. For your case also, you are a detailer. But in many places, it's not the thing. The owner is basically an investor. The detailers are basically the people who work for them. For a salary. So the owner have to trust them. Okay, I mean, they say that I am working with so and so firm for a long time, and he basically have to trust them. So it is essential that the owners need to have some training on detailing.
Very important.
Very important.
Very important. Yes.
So what I was telling is that then only they can actually get involved in the technical parameters also.
Yeah, because my team can never fool me.
Yeah.
Sometimes just to eliminate work, to be off the job, what they do is they tell me this cannot be done.
Understand.
And this is not performing.
Yeah.
This product is bad. This
Yeah.
pad is bad. This machine is not working.
Yeah.
And the problem is not with either of the things.
Yeah.
Neither the product, the machine, or the pad.
Yeah.
The problem is they have not identified the surface where they're working on.
Yeah.
If you've understood your surface where you're working on, you will exactly know which pad, which compound, which machine to use.
Yeah.
And how much time do you need to you need to work upon that area to get that perfect finish.
Yeah.
Again,
Yeah.
the number of steps, 1 step, 2 step, 3 step. So that's where I think it is very important that the person who's running the business should be technically sound.
Yeah.
So that they can tell their team, this will not work, this will work, you do it this way.
Yeah, understand.
Yeah.
Otherwise, what happens is the detailer, whatever is the car, if it is new from the showroom and don't have too much of imperfections, even in that case also, he will go for a cutting, compound and cutting pad.
Yes.
So, as you rightly told, a DFT is compulsory. You have to check the thickness. And then understand that how much is left behind on the clear to work.
Yes.
This is very important to understand, and then you have to do. So now I can say that a good detailer is someone who understands is about the thickness of the clear, and then he take a judgment like how I can work on this, how more I can work on this clear. And if he feels that there is little clear left, then he have to be more transparent with the customer and say that there is little clear left. You have already done multiple corrections, rubbings,
yes.
And if I do further, then it can damage.
Yeah.
So it is you take a call whether you have to do it, or probably you go for some kind of a protection.
In that case, the finish also differs. So
Yeah,
one needs to inform the customer, like, this is the kind of finish that you can expect with only this much of the clear,
Yeah.
which is available.
Yeah.
So this is one difference that you've seen, that retailers are themselves running business abroad.
Yes.
And India, mostly the retailers are the investors, and
Yeah.
they're dependent majorly onto the team and the
Yeah.
blue collar team.
Yeah.
What else is the major difference that you see between the foreign countries and India?
See, another major difference is that for Rupes, we manufacture only in Italy. The products are manufactured only in Italy, and we also have production centers in US, but that the products manufactured in US is basically for the US, Australia, Mexican markets, Australian markets and all. But here what happens is that there are several companies. They say that the technology is Japanese, the technology is German, but eventually where it is made, right? They say, made in Germany product also, but there is no guarantee that it is definitely made. For Rupes, the good thing is that we manufacture the products, we design it, we bottle it, and then seal it and give to the customer and end user, to the detailer. Here also, the owner actually, if he's not aware of these things happening in the market, he will basically look for the price.
It's a very price sensitive.
He will say that, okay, I'm getting this for 2,000 rupees, Rupes is 2,200, so I'll go for the 2,000, and then he give to the detailer.
Is there any difference in the life? Like if I buy a DA polisher for 8,000 rupees,
yeah,
and maybe if I buy a DA for maybe 24,000 rupees,
yeah,
would there be a difference in life span and the working capacity of both the DAs or not?
See, the price difference is not that huge. Like there are copies that getting sold at 15,000 to 16,000, and we have the Mark 1 model, we sell at around 25,000. So it's a marginal difference. I can say, considering you have to consider the 3-year warranty you get with the Rupes machine, and we honor it. We don't say it, we honor it.
And what all do you cover in warranty?
Yeah, all manufacturing defects. Let's say that your motor burns off after 1 year. You come back to us. We change it and give to you. The module goes, we change it and give to you. But it is not the case with the other companies. You buy it for 15,000 and on the second day, if something happens, it's a loss for you.
Okay.
So as an investor, you have to understand that your investment also need to be, guaranteed. Otherwise, you have to invest again and again. And one fine morning, you will again come back to a reliable partner like Rupes.
Okay. So now coming back to the compounds and polishes that you have and the pads.
Yeah.
So the price difference, how do you see the price difference? Are they expensive than the other products available in the market, or they're more economical?
See, here also, we have our coast compound, we sell at somewhere around 2,900. The fine compound little lesser, and the ultra fine little lesser. Why? Because see, the amount of micro abrasives in this product, we don't use the coarser. The cheaper abrasive is aluminum oxide, but in all our compounds you can use that. We use the latest micro abrasive technology. So the amount of micro abrasive will be less in the fine and in the ultra fine. So the compounds will be priced little lesser.
Okay.
But again, I suggest not to look at the price of the compound, because what you consume is also important. For a cheaper compound, you probably have to use multiple steps.
But the problem is with the team.
Yeah.
As you said, the owner is not using the product. Okay,
Yeah.
the team is using.
Yeah.
And whether you give them T1 or B1 or A1 compound,
Yeah.
or you give them a Rupes compound.
Yeah.
So if they are used to using like 30 ml product
Yeah.
on one surface, they
Yeah.
will use 30 ml of whatever product you'll give. Or do you see that they will not be able to use that much product of Rupes?
So for this, I say our differentiation lies in one thing. Our distributors are not just traders. They get involved in your business.
Okay.
They work like partners in your business. They will be there in your center. They will explain to you. They will train your guys. Of course, it will not happen in a day. Multiple times they visit your place. They understand how they observe how they are using it. They give feedbacks to you. They give training to you. So we train all our distributors. They can take a polishing machine and they can actually give a training. A very successful demo they can complete in maybe around 30 minutes, and they can show it. See, I was actually here day before yesterday in one of the center, and the owner was complaining me that the pads are getting worn out faster. So I was there. So he told me to give a training. So I told that I'll give a training, but let me observe it first. So I was there in the place where the detailer was doing. The detailer is around 12 years experienced. He was working with one of the prominent centers in Delhi. So while I was observing, he have taken lot of compound. He was using our DA machine, our DA pad, our DA compound. But he have taken a lot of compound, and I was looking at my watch. I put a stopwatch. So it was basically taking 7 to 8 minutes.
So continuously it was burning.
Continuously it was using. He was using just like a rotary polisher. The rotary polisher, he was just using the DA like a rotary polisher. And foam is what? It is plastic. It
Correct.
will start melting. This DA pad is designed for a DA polisher. And the maximum cycle time, what we say, the working time, what we say is 1 minute. You have to finish it in 1 minute. You have taken a larger area, and then he is doing it like he's moving it faster, slower, whatever way he wants.
It's like a sander.
And he gets some sort of finishing, and again then he looks at it, and again he put compound, and he is again working on that. And when I have seen the pad, it is not clean at all. There was lot of compounds on the face of the pad. He never cleaned the pad.
And then plus it accumulates all that burnt clear and paint part also,
Yeah.
so which is the dust primarily it accumulates.
And there will be no heat flow. The pad, the holes in the pad is extremely important. So the micro holes. So that is basically to manage the heat also. It is all closed. So then eventually what happens? It will melt. Then the pad will burn out. And finally he will say that the pad is not good. He will go for some other pad. Again the same thing will happen. So here the differentiation is that I spent time there. I was actually showing what is the problem. We corrected it. And I told the distributor also that we are not leaving it here. You have to visit. I told the distributor, you visit after 15 days. Again see how the things are progressing. If the issues are still there, you be there, correct it, again give a feedback to the owner.
So most of the time the problem is also with the velcro of the pads, which is very loose, and with which I've seen the danger of using a machine.
The pad flies off.
The pad flies off.
Yeah.
And then your machine, the disc is rotating, and you are right on the surface. Sometimes it actually cuts very badly through it.
Yeah.
So do you, when we talk of the technical strength of the pads, are they quite sturdy?
Yeah, definitely. See, the pads, as I rightly told, the pads are tested. We have different type of density available in the pads. The flexible. See, if you see our rotary pad and DA pad, you will understand the difference. The DA pad is more firm, but in a rotary system, the pad need to be little more flexible. Even the cutting pad also, you will find flexible. So it is not the case that some companies you will find the DA pad is also same, the rotary pad also is the same. We don't have such a system. These minute details are seen when the design happens in Rupes, and it is tested. Like, I mean, I always tell our distributors, like some new product is coming, then they keep on asking me why it is not coming. So we test it for almost a year and then we release the product. In different parts of the, as we were telling about the Velcro, in India, the temperatures are relatively high than that in Europe.
And yes.
And other parts. So we test the products made in Italy, we take it to India, we take it to Middle East, test it, because the climate also is different. Then we release it. So the Velcro, that Velcro is basically a hook and loop arrangement. And the temperature have a big influence on that. So the pad is not properly cleaned, the heat will not pass, and in a DA, the temperature will be built in between the backing plate, on the face of the backing plate. So the Velcro will get damaged finally. So the essential thing is that you need to clean the pad properly. Often.
During the process.
During the process itself. Like every panel, every one big panel, when you understand that some sort of a powder is coming, you have to see the face of the pad.
I usually divide a big panel, maybe like a bonnet, into 4 parts.
Yeah, four parts
at least
ideally.
4. Yeah. So, yes, for the bigger bonnets, like if we talk about maybe a Jaguar or a Mercedes, where the hood area is like really larger.
Yeah.
So I tell them to divide it into more parts, like 5 or 6 parts, because that's where we get ultra finish.
Understand? Yeah.
And the life of, we're using less product, and the life of the pad is also enhanced.
Yeah.
So yes, I understand. I exactly understand, and this has been some of the things which I was not paying attention to. It has been amazingly informative while you explained it. Thank you.
And the thumb rule is like we say in a DA polishing system, the area is 6 times the pad size.
Okay.
Yes.
For a DA polisher.
DA polisher. So if it is something like the face of the pad, for example, in 21 mm LHR 21, we use a pad that have a face diameter of 7 inches.
Okay.
7-inch pad.
Yeah.
So 7 inch multiplied by 6.
Achha, 6.
6 times the pad size.
Okay.
So
that much area we can cover.
Yeah. Oh, see, the basic difference between a body shop and a detailing is there in the word itself. Detailing means you have to be more detailed in your apparel.
Correct.
So you go by small area. You do your work in the small area, see that is perfectly complete, then you proceed to such another small area, then you complete it. So I've seen that in a rush, people work on a larger area, like I was telling about the boy who was doing it. He just was throwing the compound and then he was, randomly doing it. And definitely he was getting some good finish because of the product. But what happened is that then again he was reworking. There was no understanding, there was no planning at all.
There was more than planning. There was not much technical
Knowledge
training,
actually.
knowledge which was there.
Yeah.
That is where. So strength with the Rupes, if we talk about, would be with the technical training that you provide, with the support that you provide.